Hi there, Forum for Therapist folks. These are items that were precious to Claude Steiner, my late husband, who, when things were going well, I used to call Claudio. He considered his totem animal to be the wolf. He liked nude dancers. I don't know if he ever read Leaves of Grass, but he liked to have things like that in his possession. This is a poster, an image that I had turned into a framed poster for him for his 70th birthday, including the caption. He had Diego Rivera-inspired Mexican art like this everywhere. This used to be on the wall. I don't think he ever particularly related to that little flower. There's he and his son. Some tools of his. Little beautiful treasures like this could be found everywhere. This is a kimono that Claude had that he gave to my mother to repair. I found it in the trash can outside. Long story short, I rescued it. It was thrown out with some ambivalence by one of his heirs. This is so incongruous because Claude was definitely very much a Mexican macho alpha male, and yet he had a soft side. Just like these Diego Rivera pictures. Diego Rivera was, a philandering macho. Claude was not. During our marriage, thank God, philandering. That would have been intolerable to me. No way. He had gotten older and wiser and more mellow. But, Diego Rivera was the macho muralist and ladies' man. And yet, look at what a beautiful painting. This image is just reproduced in various ways all over Mexico. It's like basically the motif. Claude loved the idea of the man obsessed with the woman, and this is what this Egon Schiele painting meant for him. He liked to collect rocks. These are some of his buttons. We watched Mad Men together, though that's more my thing. He imagined himself to be this guy living in discomfort, but happily counting meter on his fingers, and the writer to a writer to the core. And he had a certain identification with Van Gogh, though I don't know if he knew that much about Van Gogh. This belonged to the girlfriend he was with previous to me, who was actually an amazing person. I knew her very, very well. Okay. Maybe that's it for now. Claudio, the wolf. The wolf and the admirer of feminine beauty, shall we say. With beautiful items all over his home and a surprising sense of whimsy, a wonderful mix of the masculine and the feminine in his decor. He had a marvelous aesthetic. It's the thing I miss most about him, or rather it's the thing that makes me feel most close to him. And as each of these rooms gets emptied out, as is happening, that used to be Claude's office, it's the thing that's been hardest to say goodbye to. There are Claude's books. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there was a misunderstanding. I put many of Claude's books on the floor for practical reasons, and his daughter was deeply offended. But it was, actually I thought it was kind of beautiful to see them all arrayed like that. I put a picture of it on Facebook. Bye, everybody. That was the first book of Claude's that I ever edited for him, When a Man Loves a Woman. I was living in Berkeley on Oregon and McGee. Bye. That's when I first started to think maybe I was in love with him.